Welcome. Today we're doing the review for Carrie, which is the 2013 version. As most of you know, this is a remake from the 1977 classic with the same title. Carrie was written by Stephen King. I'm not a huge Stephen King fan. Off the top of the head, the only thing I can tell you right now that I like from Stephen King would have to be Pet Sematary, It, and Stand By Me, which, by the way, Stand By Me is one of my favorite movies. This is my first review on the horror genre, so y'all have to excuse me because I'm not a horror genre fan. I'm not a big fan of the horror movies and everything. So if you are, don't attack me on my scores and everything. As I said, this is just not my taste preference and everything, but I'll try my best to be fair. Basically, the remake is directed by Kimberly Pierce. It stars Chloe Grace-Moretz and Julianne Moore. Chloe is playing Carrie White. As a matter of fact, all the characters, I believe the main ones, have the same exact name as the 1977 classic movie. Basically, Carrie's mom is very religious and everything, and she's very protective of her daughter. You know, her daughter Carrie is very shy and she's very outcasted. She's also very sheltered. Her mom doesn't let her go anywhere, doesn't let her interact or anything with people. And Carrie is picked on in class and in school and everything. She's made fun of and everything. People think she's weird and everything. But she starts to learn to develop that she has telekinesis. So she has the ability to move objects with her mind and her hands and everything. And with her mom being very religious, she starts to think that, you know, Carrie is evil and everything. And I don't want to give the movie away, but those of you know from the classic 1977 version, it's basically the same movie. There are a few changes, you know what I'm saying, but for the most part it's been modernized and everything. But if you're a fan of the classic, I'm pretty sure you enjoy this. You might be upset with a few things and everything, but I thought it was an average movie. Chloe Grace-Moretz I thought was awesome, you know, as Carrie and everything. But the movie itself, it just kind of gave it away. You know, they kept hinting what's gonna happen. And it was just so predictable. And even though it's not fair for me to say that since I saw the 1977 version, but like this one was very foreshadowing. It just gave you hints and hints. If you had never seen it, you know what's about to happen, you know what's about to come. For the most part, the movie was somewhat entertaining. I wasn't a big fan of Sue's character still. I feel like Sue is just so soft in the movie and you could just predict her that she's just a goody two-shoes. You know what I'm saying? But she's the pretty girl and everything. Chris is more malicious in this one than in the 1977 version. So she does bring the antagonist part a lot better in my opinion. But overall, the movie just, I don't know, man. It just failed to me. It just wasn't that amazing. Except for Chloe Grace-Moretz, I really thought she carried and played the character Carrie very well. But this wasn't for me. I'm not a horror fan. I was disappointed since I did enjoy the 1977 version. I'm gonna have to give the movie a score of a 2.5. And for me, from the horror, that's actually pretty good. So, like I said, if you're a big horror fan, ignore my score on as far as the movie itself, but just, I can still try to be as technical as possible. Okay, now on to the video portion of my review. It's the ABC encode. This movie actually looked really great on Blu-ray. I was very impressed. It's very consistent. I don't want to say colors are vibrant only on certain scenes, but because of the image the movie is trying to give you, kind of a darker image. You know, it is a horror classic and everything, but the colors do look good. The colors are solid, they're clean. There's hardly any grain in the movie. It's very consistent. It really looked great, you know what I'm saying? The lighting is very good. It's very strong, and then it's like it kind of like shows on certain scenes where they didn't want as much lighting, but like you really don't see the grain when it fades the light out and everything. But I was very impressed with the CG effects and everything with her telekinesis. The movie definitely get an upgrade from the 1977 classic as far as the visual and everything. This one looks very clean on Blu-ray. I can't not knock the video quality of this. I gotta give it a 4.5. It's a solid visual. For the audio, it's a DTS HD 7.1. So as you know, it's gonna cover the whole room with the surround sound and everything. Subwoofers don't go to work only on certain scenes. It's very dialogue driven, and it's kind of like just pacing, you know, the movie paces itself. So there's like not much going on with the audio a lot. But it's very good when it's needed. You know what I'm saying? Like dialogue is clean, it's not muffled or anything. It is very front channel driven and everything. Rear speakers do come into play, especially during the prom scene. I can't get into that. That's a huge spoiler, but you know, for those who know about the prom scene, you're gonna be very impressed. Overall, man, the audio was solid. I liked it. I'm gonna give it a 4.0 score. So, you know, that's what I want to give the audio and everything. But as far as the whole movie, the Blu-ray and package, if you're a horror fan, you're probably going to want to grab it anyway. I'm not a fan of the movie like that or anything. I didn't enjoy it as much. I did like Chloe Grace-Moretz's portrayal. You know, she played the character of Carrie very well. So if you're a Chloe Grace-Moretz fan, you may want to purchase this. The movie I think is going right now for like $17.99 on Amazon. It is a combo set. It's only like, I believe, $1 more than the DVD, so you may want to upgrade and get the Blu-ray combo even if you don't have a Blu-ray player. It's just worth upgrading. This movie drops January 14th, so it's right around the corner. I hope you guys enjoy this review. I wouldn't say this is a must-buy. You may want to rent it. If you're a horror fan, you're probably going to buy it anyway regardless, because most horror fans I know just collect anything horror. They don't care if the movie is crappy or not. So it's up to you. I personally just give it a rent. It is worth a one-time watch in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want to completely sound like I'm knocking it because it's not that bad. Just, it's not for me. Alright, I'm outro like a CD. See you next time.